there, but
Is it appropriate for the governor's wife to have a formal role in her office, yes or no? And feel free to speak further on it. Start with you.
I think what I hear, what I understand is that there are many states where the governor's spouse does have a formal role in the office, and so I think with the appropriate sort of structure and oversight that it can be done. Yeah.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I think what needs to get done, and is this the person that can get it done? And I think a lot of times we lack innovation in government, and in these positions that we do things the way that they've always been done. And I think we have to be open to restructuring and these systems and structures to make sure that we're meeting the needs of people today.
That's a yes.
Yeah, I'm open to it. Yeah.
I'm going to say maybe, because, and I know that wasn't one of your your questions, but
Do you prefer the binary on that one?
I hear you, Aaron, but what I'll say is I trust Tina Kotek. I understand her integrity, her leadership. I very much appreciate that, and I appreciate that she is creating new ways of us thinking about how she's going to lead. The caveat to that is it concerns me when people who I deeply also respect in her office have left, and I don't know the background to that. So I wonder about that, but I think there's absolutely a reasonable possibility there, but I think there are some red flags there, and don't know any more than that.
Sure. Rachel, any thoughts on this?
oh well, I don't really watch any news. I don't know what's going on with the governor in this thing. If someone's got a good idea and it makes sense, we should listen to it.
I think it's 100% appropriate if there is no impropriety, and I think that we are too quick to assume or imply impropriety based on past elected officials. So, as we tell folks, assume best intentions, I know that Tina is the governor, but we should probably do the same for her, assume best intentions. That doesn't mean that it shouldn't be investigated thoroughly, but the idea of concluding before we've done our investigation, we have a problem with that in America, where we make conclusions prematurely.
Can I just elaborate? I think this is a distraction to a large degree. Unless there's actually something there, she has done such a remarkable job that, I think we're looking, the euphemistic we.
Well, respectfully, it's a self-created distraction.
Yeah.
We didn't do this over here on my side of the table.
I'm not pointing fingers at anyone on any side of the table. I think, though, that she's had a very clean leadership, and people are generally pretty happy with it. So I think it's an interesting sort of dynamic that this is happening at this time.
Sure.
I think the question about structure is the important one, and it would have been ideal to have the structure in place before making the move. So it's the having a structure set out, having oversight. But again, it comes back to, as long as you have those things, there's nothing inherently inappropriate about having a spouse also have a role.
And I would just disagree a little bit on that, in the fact that sometimes we come into positions and we see a need for change, and we then have to change the structures and systems that maybe were set in place by others.
Right.
Because
So
they may be
create the
antiquated.
structure.
Yes.
In other words, create the structure that allows
Right.
that.
Right. And I think that's what she's doing. Right. It didn't exist.
All right. Thank you.